welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to write good purpose statement, research purpose statement when you are conducting a qualitative study. And why writing a good purpose statement is important. Oftentimes I get to review research articles submitted for publication, and I look at the manuscript, and sometimes I see that the research purpose is not effectively written. So as a researcher, when you prepare your manuscript, when you are conducting your study, it's very important to put the purpose statement, research purpose statement, very clearly and very explicitly. So today we will learn how to write a good purpose statement, research purpose statement in a qualitative study. A good purpose statement has the following elements in itself. The first and important element that should be included in a purpose statement is research design. So it should inform the reader what research design is being used in this study. So whether it is basic qualitative research design, or let's say phenomenology, or let's say a case study, narrative inquiry, or let's say a grounded theory, or ethnography. So these are various research design which are commonly used in qualitative tradition. So a good purpose statement should inform the reader about the research design being used in the study. The other thing which a good purpose statement should inform the reader is research participant. So who are the research participants in this study? From whom the data has been collected in this study? So who is the focus of this study? Whose experiences or attitude or perception is being explored? So a good purpose statement should talk about the research participant. Another thing that is important is that a research purpose statement should include is the phenomenon or the topic of the interest. What topic is being explored in this study? So a good purpose statement should also inform the reader about the topic, the phenomenon being studied. And finally, the research statement, purpose statement, should also talk about the setting. Setting meaning in what setting this study is situated. So let's say if I'm studying students in elementary school setting, so the setting will be your elementary school. If I'm studying women in academia, in higher education, so higher education is going to be the setting. So when you write your research purpose statement, make sure that these 4 elements are included. So a good purpose statement informs the reader about what research design is being used, whether it's a case study research design, phenomenology, grounded theory, ethnography, or basic qualitative approach of conducting research. Second, who are the research participant? Whose experience, whose perceptions, whose attitudes is being explored here? Third, what is the topic? What perception, what perception you are trying to capture? What experience? So what is the topic or the phenomenon that you are as a researcher interested to explore? What is being explored here? And finally, in what setting? So while writing these four elements are important when you are writing your research purpose statement. Let's take an example. Let's say I'm interested to explore experiences of black women in higher education institutions, and I'm interested to explore their experiences of, let's say, related to sexism and racism. So that's my research topic. That's what I want to know. I want to understand, I want to explore black women faculty, young faculty, let's say novice faculty, and I want to understand their experience of sexism and racism as a new faculty member in higher education institutions. So how would I write a good purpose statement related to this topic? So you start with, let's write it together. The purpose of the present, and then you put your research design here. So let's say I want to use a phenomenological research design to explore, understand, examine novice black women faculty experience related to sexism and racism in higher education institution. So let's write it. The purpose of the present. Now let's fill in research design. So in this case, I choose, let's say, phenomenology. Now let me use another marker here to make it more explicit what information we are filling in this space. Okay. So the purpose of the present phenomenological study is to, and then we put some verbs here depending on, generally in qualitative study we use this word explore because they are exploratory study. Explore, examine, understand. So you see, the purpose of the present phenomenological study is to explore, examine, understand. Now we will put information here which is related to research participant. So who is the research participant in this study? As I explained, we are interested to understand black women experiences, and that too, let's say, novice. So I will write novice black women. And these women are faculty, right? And finally, we will put here the phenomenon, the topic. What is the topic? Experiences of racism and sexism. And finally, we will write the setting. What is the setting here in this study? In higher education institutions. And this is how we write our a good research purpose statement in qualitative tradition. So let's read it. The purpose of the present phenomenological study, which is, it tells us about the research design we are using. The purpose of the present phenomenological study is to explore novice black women faculty's experiences of racism and sexism in higher education institutions. So in a good purpose statement, what we need the research information. What is research design? We know we are using phenomenological study research design here in this study. What else do we know? We need here in a good study statement, purpose statement. The second thing we need to know who is the research participant. And you know who is the research participant here? Novice black women faculty. So they are the research participant. What is the third criteria I taught you? Is the phenomenon. What is the topic? What you are what experience, what phenomenon you are interested to explore? Experiences of racism and sexism. And finally, the final criteria is setting. What is the setting? In which setting you are exploring this phenomenon? And the setting here is in higher education institutions. So whenever you write your research purpose statement in a qualitative research study, you can use this framework that I wrote it here. All you need to do is to make sure you can change the sentence maybe in 2 sentences or 1 sentence, but I like it because it's 1 sentence and it include all the information that should be included in a good, powerful research statement. It includes the research design being used by the researcher. It includes the research participant who are being studied. It includes the information related to the topic, the phenomenon of interest here. And finally, what is the setting of the study? So this study is set in higher education institutions. So whenever you write your purpose statement, make sure you include research design information, research participant related information, the focus of the study, the phenomenon you are interested in, the topic you are studying, and finally the setting. And as you could see how it looks like in when you put it in a sentence. So use this framework when you are writing your purpose statement in a qualitative research question. I hope it clarifies. Thank you very much and have a good rest of the day.